Star Wars fans, welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and today we are taking a look at the Star Wars, the Vintage Collection Imperial TIE Fighter. Now this is a Walmart exclusive here in the US where it retails for $79.99, and that is a lot of money for a Star Wars toy in today's market here in the US. I do want to say this is a phenomenal collectible. The design team at Hasbro really outdid themselves with this toy. Very, very pleased with it, and I just think it is just phenomenal. So, looking at the artwork on the box, immediately, my face just lights up because this looks exactly like the packaging that I grew up with in the late 70s and early 80s. Even the diorama, the action display that they have there on the box, that picture is just so reminiscent of something that Kenner would have had on their packaging. Even the Kenner logo in the lower right hand corner, it just gives me chills. I just really, really like the way this box looks. I really am appreciative that they went all out and designed the packaging the way that they did. On the top of the box are some obligatory product shots you can see here of the toy. The solar panels do pop off with the buttons, and it's just a phenomenal piece. And the back of the box is almost identical to the front. It does say the Vintage Collection up here. Kenner logos here along with the Disney Hasbro logo in the lower right hand corner, and same phrases in some alternate languages. So just really, really phenomenal. And I really like this callback to the original trilogy. This really is worth the money. So I'm going to take the box, place it behind the toy. As you can see, I am running out of room here. And there it is. There is the Vintage Collection TIE Fighter. Immediately, the thing that catches my eye is the paint scheme. That tint of Imperial gray paint that is so familiar to the toys from the 70s and 80s. And even, I don't recall if the Power of the Force 2 line, if those TIE Fighters were this color or not, but I really appreciate the fact that they painted this toy in this particular paint scheme. It's not that darker color like the First Order TIE Fighters from The Force Awakens, where it wasn't even, to me it didn't even look like a gray. It looked more like a really dark brown color, and it was just awful. I didn't like it. And this is just phenomenal. I love the scale of this ship. It's just a really, really great design. And with the Imperial pilot here, you can see that this is the correct scale for this TIE Fighter. Most of the Star Wars vehicles are done, I think, in what is a 1 in 46 or 1 in 44 scale to the figure. A great example of that is the U-Wing fighter from Rogue One. It is far smaller than what the actual vehicle would be. Had they produced a U-Wing that was in a Vintage Collection scale to these 3 3/4 inch figures, it would have been about 3 feet in length, but it would have been worth it. I certainly would have paid, a couple $100s to have it. And as you can see here, this is in scale to 1 1/18 what the 3 3/4 inch action figures are in scale to. So really, really nicely done. I really like the ship, its overall appearance. We'll take a look at the TIE Fighter pilot, and you can see there's some really, really nice silver paint apps there, if I can get it to come into focus. Autofocus hasn't been working properly. But just some nice paint applications on the, there we go, on the figure itself, on his chest box, his belt, silver paint applications on his helmet. A real nice design. I like the glossy black of his chest armor and his gloves. His boots. Of course, on his side he has an SE-14R blaster pistol, just like the Death Troopers would carry. A really, really nicely done figure. Of course, he has full range of motions, heads on a ball joint, forward and lateral movement at the shoulders, double jointed elbows, wrist swivel, forward and motion at the thigh there, bend at the knee. So just a really, really nicely done figure. Waist rotation. I really, really like the action figure. The next thing I want to take a look at is the ejection seat. Now this is really nicely done to be a separate piece, and you can see that the figure locks into these two clamps here. On the bottom there's some nice detailing, all over red paint apps here and here, and of course on the back, and it just plugs into the cockpit with this port right here. And you know, just seeing this is just phenomenal. And not that I'm unthankful for this, but it just makes me want a full-scale X-Wing from the Vintage Collection that much more. That is something I hope that Hasbro brings back, because they were such nice ships. And you can see how the pilot sits in the ejection seat here. So really, really nicely done. Now before I place him in the ship, let me turn it around so you guys can see the cockpit. Sort of dark there, but the cockpit controls are right here on the inside where he can grab them. It's got a display screen there for targeting, and there's a lot of, take one of the panels off, there's a lot of stickers and applications that you can't really, again, see on the inside there. Slightly visible over here. But just, again, nicely done toy by Hasbro. And to place the ejection seat in, you just angle it in like this, push it down until it locks into place, and then close the cockpit like that, and he's good to go. And of course there's some nice detailing here to cannons on the front of the TIE fighter, and of course on the back exhaust from the twin ion engines. So just really, really nicely done. Nice detailing on the bottom of the ship as well. And this is one thing that I really want to point out. These solar panels are solid plastic. There is nothing flimsy about them. They are not made out of that soft, mushy type plastic that some of the smaller ships are. And again, I guess as the saying goes, you get what you pay for. And you can see it's, you kind of have to position it carefully for it to stand up so that they're not angled in as they were just then. Part of that is due to the release mechanism, where if you press the button, solar panels will pop off. They do lock in, but it's not super tight. So when you set it back down, you have to be careful how you display it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the Star Wars, the Vintage Collection, Imperial TIE Fighter, Walmart exclusive here in the U.S. Again, it retails here for $79.99. If you guys don't have this in your collection, you definitely need to pick this up. I'm fairly certain it will probably go on clearance either just before or just after Christmas, which presents a wonderful opportunity to pick up more than one of these. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Please also visit my Facebook page, Dark Horizon Creations, where I display all of my customized toys, commission works, share news and tidbits from Star Wars and other franchises within the science fiction community, getting into cosplay and doing some of that sort of thing. Also check out Outer Rim News. Outer Rim News is the fastest growing Star Wars news website today with over 18,000 followers and subscribers worldwide. Outer Rim News covers everything from comics to collectibles, commentaries, the live action films, animated series, video games, books, conventions, and much, much more. And Ashley and Butler and the guys over there do a phenomenal job with the site. Follow them on Twitter, check out their podcast, and subscribe to the website today. It's just a phenomenal way to stay in touch with what's going on in the Star Wars universe. Everything those guys post is always relevant, is timely, and all the attention that they put into the detail of the information that they share is just phenomenal. They do a really great job with the website. Thank you guys for watching the review. Stay tuned. There's more to come. May the force be with you.